Hello everybody, welcome to PWF Adrenaline Rush. I'm your host Dylan Sizemore. We got a lot of news coming at you today on the biggest event of the year, the 6th anniversary of the Pro Wrestling Federation, the finale. Saturday night, September 22nd, Rogersville, Tennessee, National Guard Armory. All eyes are set on the Armory for what is sure to be a spectacular night of wrestling action that you are not going to want to miss. We're going to highlight all the matches and a lot more coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned because Adrenaline Rush begins now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, first up we want to talk about it, get right down to the nitty-gritty of things. The main event match for the finale. The biggest match quite possibly in 2012. A match being billed as their greatest victory or their ultimate defeat, because it will be the team of Josh Crawford, the PWF Heavyweight Champion, Johnny Knieval, the PWF Television Champion, teaming up one more time, the brotherly duo, as they go against two men that they've seemed to have been on the opposite side of the ring of quite a bit this year. Their ultimate rivals so far through 2012, Tony Givens and Chris Richards, the NWA Tennessee Tag Team Champions, the Illuminati. Throughout the year 2012, we've seen numerous memorable moments in this feud. We've seen Chris Richards chokeslam Josh Crawford from the top of a 15-foot high steel cage through a table on the floor. We've seen body slams on the floor. We've seen Tony Givens leap off the top rope, nearly crushing the larynx of Johnny Knieval draped across the back of a steel chair. We've seen Knieval kick a cage door open, busting Chris Richards open. I mean, we've seen chain matches, barbed wire cage matches. We've seen pretty much anything you can think of that four men that hate each other would embark on. We've seen that take place throughout the calendar year of 2012, and we're hoping, we're praying that a final chapter is written September 22nd, because honestly, the PWF Board of Directors, the NWA Smoky Mountain Board of Directors don't know if it's possible for this feud to get any more intense between these four men. They have agreed to it, and after this past weekend's Tradition Rises event at the Civic Auditorium, it is now official. All four men retain their championships, the heavyweight title of the PWF, the television title of the PWF, and the NWA Tennessee Tag Team titles, all on the line in one epic encounter, one huge main event grudge match between these four men, the main event of the finale. Ladies and gentlemen, I could sit here for the rest of this program talking about how important this match is for not only these four men, for not only the fans, but for pure control over the wrestling scene in NWA Smoky Mountain and Pro Wrestling Federation. Right now we're going to take you to a special video look of somewhat of the feud between these four men, ladies and gentlemen. We can't talk about it all in this program. We would have to dedicate a whole month's worth of Adrenaline Rush to encompass this feud. So we're going to hope to do it justice in this video package, ladies and gentlemen.
On a referee. That's an NWA rule from years ago. You never hit a referee.
No. NWA rule, pro wrestling rule.
Oh, the backcracker.
That's not acceptable anyway.
James getting the upper hand on Chris
and
Richards.
He smacks Brandon Cox.
Tony Givens slapping him.
Brandon's looking mad.
Time after time.
Brandon Cox gets him one, two, three.
Johnny Knieval rolled him up.
Yeah, Knieval rolled him
Johnny
over.
rolled him over.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Illuminati lost.
Ladies. No! You can't do this!
Our goal is to put you out of professional wrestling. Our goal is to take over everything. Because at the end of the day, we will hold the power. And when I say the power, I mean all of the power.
It's all said and done, and it's finally over. And you look me, and you look me in the eyes, and you show me the respect that I so dearly want from you. going to look at me and you're going to say, I got what I asked for, and I still don't want none.
Josh Crawford, I don't care if you end up in a wheelchair. I don't care if you never wrestle again. You know what? I don't care if you die tonight.
All right, we talked about the PWF title, the television title, and the NWA Tennessee tag titles all on the line in the main event match. But ladies and gentlemen, there's one other title match that has been added to this card this week. Ladies and gentlemen, we already knew the NWA Smoky Mountain Heavyweight title will be defended. We've already talked about Jason Kincaid coming back to East Tennessee to defend the NWA Smoky Mountain title against three top competitors in Menace, Thorne, and Skylar Cruz. What a four-way contest that is going to be for very accomplished wrestlers, for people with a statement to be made. That's the NWA Smoky Mountain title match. But there's been another match added this week to the card, ladies and gentlemen. One of wrestling's fastest rising stars, Chase Owens, a man who has competed for Ring of Honor, for Chikara, for WWE, a man who has been to many WWE tryout camps. He's wrestled the likes of Davey Richards, Jimmy Jacobs, to name a few just in this area. That's not counting his accolades over the rest of the country. Chase Owens, a very well-traveled man, recently won for the second time the NWA Mountain Empire Heavyweight Championship, defeated Sigmund a couple of weekends ago in Knoxville, Tennessee to win that title. He has been signed by the PWF Board of Directors for a one-on-one title defense at the finale. Now we all know that Chase Owens, he has earned that second title shot, the rematch, so to speak, between himself and World Junior Heavyweight Champion Kevin Douglas to come later on in the month of October in Kingsport, Tennessee. Regardless of the outcome of his match at the finale, he has that title shot lined up. One has to wonder, will he be overlooking his contest at the finale, looking towards that World Junior Heavyweight title match? For his sake, we hope not. His opponent has been signed, former PWF Heavyweight Champion, Southeastern Champion, Television Champion, Tag Team Champion, the Mad Dog, Daniel Mulligan, one of the most fierce competitors in the Pro Wrestling Federation, has signed to challenge Chase Owens. Rob Knight's got him the contract, he's got it all signed up. The singles contest will take place at the finale. We've seen these two men cross paths before here on Adrenaline Rush. They've been incredible contests every time they've crossed paths. It will be Daniel Mulligan versus Chase Owens one more time, this time in Rogersville, Tennessee. For the first time ever, Daniel Mulligan gets the shot at the NWA Mountain Empire Championship. Chase Owens is one of the fastest rising stars in wrestling, like I've said. He's been Jimmy Rave approved, as we learned in Kingsport, Tennessee. He's been approved by such wrestling greats as Arn Anderson of the Four Horsemen, William Regal. They all have touted Chase Owens' accomplishments. Will he be able to continue what is being described as the role of a lifetime for this young man? Or will Daniel Mulligan be the man to knock him off of that role? Will Daniel Mulligan be able to capitalize on Chase's upcoming World Junior title match? We don't know if that will happen or not, but one can be betting it will be an incredibly awesome contest coming up September 22nd at the Rogersville National Guard Armory for the finale, ladies and gentlemen. Daniel Mulligan versus Chase Owens. Back with more right after this.
Wrestling fans, if you want to keep up with all the latest action from the PWF with action results, news, footage, and events, make sure you log on to www.pwftn.tk.
Look at him.
Jay Shaft now grabbing the mask. Try to single leg him here. That's not a good idea. Oh! Right on the neck. Vulnerable point for Jay Shaft. Eats Menace's big foot. Graves now comes in. He's not the legal man. Why risk getting yourself disqualified? I mean, he's not supposed to be in the ring here. It's kind of broke down.
You have to think it was expected. Oh, Graves just tripped over Shaft. Shaft's got to roll up. 1, 2, 3. What did we just see?
Ladies and gentlemen, has been eliminated. The match continues.
Jay Shaft just eliminated Chris Graves. Gotta think inadvertently.
Did he tag in?
Here comes Menace. Wheelbarrow roll through, goes for cover. 1, 2, 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Shaft has been eliminated. The match continues.
You're gonna get your wish granted here.
Oh no, Mock climbing to the top of the cage. Matt Mock's on the top of that steel cage.
Oh my goodness. No, Mike, don't do it.
Don't do it, you'll kill him.
It's your brother.
Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness.
Off the top of the steel cage. That's 15 foot in the air.
Come on. That's enough.
If anybody's in the back, somebody come help this.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Mock definitely got his revenge on his younger brother. Oh!
Jay Shaft. What in the world?
What is this? Right after Jay Shaft said, we're rock stars.
No longer.
Oh, wow. It's pure bedlam.
Oh my goodness. Well, the rock stars are no longer.
Graves just told Jay to don't ever cost me a match.
Jay Shaft just got, this is uncalled for. This is uncalled for. Come on, guys. Get out of the ring.
There it was. There we saw Chris Graves turn his back on his former Rockstar from Outer Space Tag Team Championship partner, Jay Shaft. He said, no one costs me a victory. And that's, you can bet that didn't set well with Jay Shaft. That took place on August 11th. By Monday morning, August 13th, Jay Shaft was already on the phones, on the lines, trying to get a hold of the board of directors. He requested a match with Chris Graves at the finale. He was granted that contest, ladies and gentlemen, but as we've learned over the weekend, it has been signed over this past weekend. That contest will not just be a singles match, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Graves, Jay Shaft will meet for the first time ever, one-on-one, in a tables match. An extreme type of match for sure, to say the least. There's no pinfalls that counts. There's no submissions. There's no countouts. There's no disqualifications. These two men, the objective of this match is to beat your opponent down, then put your opponent through a wooden table. That's the only way to win, ladies and gentlemen. No telling what we're going to see transpire in this grudge match between these two former Tag Team Championship partners, but you can bet it's going to be intense. Tables match taking place September 22nd, Rogersville National Guard Armory. Back with more after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest scheduled for one fall is a 15-minute time limit. This is for the PWF Television Championship. I have been informed by Tony Givens to say the following. Coming to us from Kingsport, Tennessee, being led to the ring by Rob Knight. He is the future mayor of Rogersville and the Hawkins County Heartthrob, Tony the Dragon Givens. Out of Kingsport, Tennessee. He is our current ring and defended PWF Television Champion, ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Knieval.
It's not going to be easy, Dylan, to take that title away from Johnny Knieval tonight.
And we're underway as Matt Rhodes rang the bell for us here at ringside. Two men, they don't like each other one bit. You know, when we were sitting there at the PWF offices and we were signing the contracts for this night, this was one of the matches that earned this event the entitlement of the war to settle the score. Like Tony said, the last time he was here in Rogersville, he nearly ended the career and placed permanent injury on to Johnny Knieval. Somehow Johnny Knieval found a way to fight through and overcome, and just last weekend, become the new television champion of the Pro Wrestling Federation. It seems like ever since the beginning of this year, you know, when Johnny got that big win out of nowhere over Tony Givens at the Civic Auditorium in that big 6-man tag team match at the house party event of NWA Smoky Mountain Tony's had one thing on his mind, and that's been Johnny Knieval. We're going to see that come all to fruition right here tonight at the War to settle the score.
Right now, they're trying to get the crowd going here. Tony Gibbons, a not so positive response for the one-time fan favorite. There he is. That's why you don't turn your back on a snake like the dragon. Big right hand and the snake here firing up. Irish whip now. Up and over. Knieval now flying off the ropes. Takes Gibbons down. Nice arm drag.
Johnny Knieval definitely has that injury problem that we talked about. His neck. He's got a bullseye on his neck because you can never fully recover from a neck injury. As we see, Tony Gibbons has the leg bound around the neck right now. You can never fully gain 100% recovery from an injury of that status. Tony Gibbons knows this. Tony Gibbons has a history of his own of injuries. Looking at that leg, we've seen what happened there to him before in the past. There is a lot riding on this contest here. Both men know it, and both men's health is on the line.
A lot of injuries. Tony Gibbons was never the same after the knee surgery, but has been very successful. Johnny Knieval, on the other hand, has been successful. At what price? You pay when you start messing with your neck and spine. You're thinking about paralysis and other conditions that come along with those injuries, and we've seen many of mainstream names happen to retire early due to injuries like that. So you're dealing with a serious injury when you're dealing with the neck area, and that's exactly why the Illuminati put a bullseye on Knieval's neck.
You know, Tony Gibbons has made that comparison in the past of Johnny Knieval to a young version of himself as Johnny hits that drop kick right on the money. Tony compared Johnny to a younger version of him, and he said the reason he is the way he is now is the fans turned his back on him. Well, Johnny still has the fans behind him 110%, as we heard on his entrance. Tony Gibbons, you know, there may be a grudge held over that as well. I mean, there's a lot of backstory into this contest.
A lot of jealousy there. Tony Gibbons at one time was the young man in his early 20s that was coming through the curtain. All the young college girls, all the high school girls were throwing their clothes at him, and Tony Gibbons is jealous.
All the 13-year-old little girls.
Like the one here in the front row tonight with a nasty mouth. But nonetheless, Tony Gibbons at one time, he's looking at Johnny Knieval, and he's looking at himself a decade ago. You see him speaking of that young fan, sits down beside her away from the ring. And you see we have some unruly fans here tonight.
Head of security Scott Hall's got his word cut out for him.
Tony Gibbons taking a breather here in the front row.
Referee Scott Hall up to a count of 6 right now.
And she don't want to be anywhere near Johnny Knieval. Rolls back into the ring and not going to roll back out. No, he's going to stay in. Tony Gibbons is the genius at mind games, ladies and gentlemen. As we'll see a little bit more time pass by here as we get closer to the cage matches here tonight.
Tony Gibbons boot to the midsection of Johnny Knieval. Headlock takeover. Johnny trying to get the boots up, pull him down, not able to do so. Now Johnny has that rear hammerlock.
I'll tell you what, right now, got a top wrist lock applied here by Johnny Knieval. We've had people making their way out ringside here for this matchup, wanting to see the grudge to settle the score. And one of the men working backstage tonight is Heath Sneed. Your comments on this match?
I'll tell you what, last time I was here, Johnny Knieval was left in quite a predicament in the ring, and just for him to have the gumption and the courage to get in here with Tony Gibbons tonight, you know, that shows a lot from Johnny Knieval, and the fans here in Rogersville definitely have his back far more than they would even think about supporting the Illuminati here. So, if anything, just the fans being on Johnny's side tonight is going to give him, quite a bit of strength and courage to finish this match, stay on top, and keep that belt around his waist.
He's going to need every ounce of support from this crowd. And shoulder tackle Now battles off the ropes here, up and over. Tony Givens now, back to a vertical base, hit loss to the liner, Knieval. Givens crashes down, and arm drag, and a nice exchange here, and a drop kick sends the Dragon outside to the floor.
Johnny Knieval definitely coming to fire here in this contest right there, as I'm not really sure at all what Rob Knott's trying to accomplish right now.
I think he's having a little bit too much Cowboy Jack.
I have not shared anything with Rob Knight tonight.
Had a little bit of that bad idea sauce, has he?
Tony Givens now, he's in a bad spot. Now here on the outside. Referee smoke call,
What is this?
Dave Jones get a shot here to the right.
There's the big man, the PWF Heavyweight Champion.
He's here.
The strong style redneck, Chris Richards.
Traffic. He's here. And Givens is coming. He's got the little mic here in the middle of the matchup.
Hey, you know what? This guy right here, he fails the wellness policy. I want to know if he passed his wellness test. This guy is too fast. He's on some kind of speed or the drug of choice here in Rogersville. Man, he's on something. This is totally illegal. I'm going to continue this title match, and I'm going to break your neck, but I'm going to do it under protest.
Tony Givens says he's competing under protest, regardless of any claims he wants to make about Johnny Knieval and whether there's any backing to them or not. Tony's letting his time in this contest run out. There is a 15-minute time limit on this contest, and we're nearing 10 minutes.
But what you see here is what Tony Givens does best, and that's play mind games with his opponent, distract his opponent. And I've seen Tony Givens do this one too many times. I've been at ringside and seen this one too many times. He'll strike here in a minute like a big black snake, and it'll be over for Johnny Knieval if you don't get his head in the game here.
Ladies and gentlemen, 10 minutes expired. The contest 10 minutes. Expired. 5 minutes remain.
5 minute remains on the last leg of this television title contest. Oh, there it goes. Givens going right after that neck of Johnny Knieval. Matt just called it. He's striking and he's going right after the injured body part.
Takes him over here. And now back to this big submission hold. 4 minutes. You got 4 minutes left of the time limit, and I think I didn't realize what Tony Givens is doing. But why? The title's on the line. Would you want to try to win it?
I don't think Tony cares about the title. I think he cares about ending the career of Johnny Knieval.
Oh, trust me, Tony cares about the title, but I think it's the ending career of Johnny Knieval's a little higher on the pecking order. Nice here, nice exchange by Knieval fighting back. Kicks Givens right in the mouth. That
Goes to
a long time ago.
Goes to that spinning discus clothesline, and Knieval with a neck breaker.
Emphasis on the neck.
Yes.
Part of that breaker right there, neck breaker. Knieval kicks out at 2, and right now Johnny's not 100%. He may be 85 at best. He's risking injury, maybe even as far as paralysis in this type of environment with a snake like Tony Givens. And then you look at the big man out here ringside. It just spells a bad ending for Johnny K in this matchup.
Tony Givens.
Some singing out here. Please shut up.
Ladies and gentlemen, 3 minutes remain in the contest. 3 minutes remain.
With 3 minutes remain here in this contest.
A wild scenario here.
Oh, Johnny, up. Oh, sent to the outside of the ring. Elbow, forearm to the face. Givens. Oh.
Jesus.
Someone check on Johnny Knieval. No! Rob Knott's choking Knieval on the ringside area right here.
The hands on the back of the neck, too. They're trying to snap it.
Crowd here chanting cheater. That's the only word to describe Rob Knott right now. Referee Smoke Carver up to a 3 count.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2 minutes remain. 2 minutes remain.
I'll tell you what, we're trying to figure out here if Johnny is going to be able to continue. He's up to 8. 15 minutes. Knieval makes it back into the ring.
He's got that swinging neck breaker. Oh, and he just hit it.
Hard to watch here. It's getting hard to watch. Knieval just folds, laying on the mat.
Now Tony picking up Johnny. Johnny fighting back. Oh, Johnny now runs. Johnny, big clothesline. Another clothesline followed by Knieval.
Ladies and gentlemen, 1 minute remains. 1 minute remains.
Look out here. Big knee to the face. Makes it over. We're under a minute. As Johnny Knieval going high risk. This may not be a good idea. And it's not a low blow. A low blow. And then rings the bell. He kicked him right in the straddle. And that is a definite disqualification. Come on now. Here comes Josh Crawford.
The exception. Josh Crawford on his way to the ring, clearing out the Illuminati.
And he cleared house.
Josh Crawford going one-on-one in a steel cage with Chris Richards later on in the night.
In front of the referee. I tell you what, the match was almost slowly ticking away here. Tony the Dragon Gibbons just got disqualified. And this is a boiling situation out here. I think business is going to pick up later, Dylan.
Oh, that's for sure. Josh Crawford, Chris Richards, heavyweight title steel cage match still to come, ladies and gentlemen. More when we come back after this.